Humankind would be nowhere without science. It's all around us in every aspect of our lives, but just like life, sometimes science can get a little crazy. Some people love dogs so much that they just wish they could have more than one without having to clean up after multiple dogs. Well, perhaps Vladimir Demikhov was the man for them. Having passed away in 1998 at the age of 82, Vladimir lived a very interesting scientific life. He was a Soviet scientist who was known mostly for pioneering the science behind organ transplant. He worked with animals between the 1930s and 1950s, transplanting hearts and lungs. Christian Barnard, who was known for having performed the world's first heart transplant operation from one person to another in 1967, considered Vladimir to be his teacher. There was never a doubt that Vladimir was far ahead of his time, and profoundly useful in his field. We have much to thank him for today. But for his own reasons, Vladimir didn't exactly stop at organ transplant. He moved on to head transplant, specifically for dogs. Vladimir created two-headed dogs, sometimes with 6 legs, by using the upper portion of a smaller dog and transplanting it on top of a larger one. Both heads were operational after their surgery. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the dogs would often die only days later. The longest surviving creature lived only a month. Vladimir lived out his remaining years and died in obscurity, sometimes for obvious reasons referred to as a mad scientist. Two organisms fused into one, or at least in part. Would you ever expect those organisms to be a spider and a goat? It's not quite as horrifying as it sounds. For a long time, scientists have been trying to figure out a way to create spider silk. The specific type that is strongest is known as dragline silk, the kind used to catch a spider as it drops. It's strong, tough, flexible, and fares well in the elements. Quantitatively, it's stronger than steel and Kevlar. But a single strand of spider silk is very easily broken, and gathering up enough of it to make a piece even comparable to a piece of rope, say, is a monumental challenge to say the least. So scientists look to making the spider silk themselves. If spiders won't work, then they have to move on to the next most logical thing: goats. This is a photo of a specific goat. It looks like a goat, behaves like a goat, does all the things that goats do, aside from one startling fact. This goat, genetically speaking, is part spider. Scientists were able to take a gene that encodes dragline spider silk and place it with the milk production DNA of the goat. This new genetic circuit was then inserted into an egg and implanted into a mother goat. The result is a new hybrid creature, a spider goat. Now, instead of just producing milk, the goats also produce spider silk protein, and it's extracted from their udders just like the milk is. It's then processed, and the spider silk is spooled out of the milk onto a reel like thread. Though it hasn't been able to reach the exact traits of real spider silk, it is still rather impressive. The head of the project claims that one of its many uses would be for ligament repair, as the spider silk can be inserted into the human body without causing inflammation or illness. They continue to research even more uses. Mind control is the holy grail for a number of scientific fields, and possibly also a number of governments. And it's entirely possible to at least a degree. Jose Delgado was a professor of physiology at Yale University and is remembered for his incredible work in mind control. He was able to accomplish amazing things by exploring and utilizing electrical stimulation's effects on certain regions of the brain. Jose was known as a technological wizard with many inventions, perhaps the best known one being what he called a stimoceiver. With it, he was able to achieve a profound level of mind control using brain implants. Jose worked with his stimosevers on human volunteers and was able to not only control their body movement, but their emotions as well. But what he was best known for was his experiment with a bull. He had the bull's brain implanted with a stimosever and stepped into the ring with it. The bull, infuriated, charged at Jose. All he had to do was press his transmitter, and the bull stopped dead in its tracks, having lost its aggression. Jose, being a theatrical man, performed this multiple times for shocked onlookers. Jose opened up an entire new way as to how humankind can overcome and defeat depression or seizures. Jose passed away in 2011 at the age of 96. There's so many things that we're already capable of when it comes to science, as I've proven here today. But imagine being able to transfer one's consciousness into the mind of another. For instance, considering animals are so often used, what if technological advances could take the consciousness and behaviors of a puppy and transfer it into the mind of a fish, so that the fish would suddenly take on the instincts of a young, playful dog? Can you imagine a fish eagerly searching for affection? Or perhaps even a fish, say, playing fetch? Well, I have a video for you to see that will show you what that just might look like. You can click on screen now to check out the video, or you can click the link in the description below. Be sure to watch the video and then give your thoughts in the comments. If you find it intriguing, share it with friends and give them a bit of a surprise. That's all for now. Remember, you may not believe it, but anything is possible in a world so seriously strange. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click on screen now or below this video to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next episode of Seriously Strange. See you next time.